All right. So thank you for joining today. So quickly, I just want to talk about this scholarship, undergraduate scholarships in USA, in US. Um, Many people have asked me questions. Do you only post about graduate scholarship? What of we undergraduates? We are being sidelined, this and that. So yes, here's the first one for you today. And I will be talking about the University of Miami. Their first year, the undergraduate scholarship is very interesting, and you need to listen to it yourself. University of Miami, uh, you can go to their website, miami.edu, missions.miami.edu. I That's their website. You can see the undergraduate scholarship that they have, and it's for international students too. Interestingly, I will talk when I finish talking about University of Miami. I will talk about how you can get to know about other universities that have this kind of scholarships. It's very, very easy. Remember, I've always said it. Google is your friend. So I read from their website that they said all incoming fall first year students are automatically considered for merit scholarship. All students that apply to the University of Miami, all incoming students, they are considered for this scholarship. And you see, they said University of Miami scholars are students from across the world. Okay, now they have different scholarships, okay, different names. They gave you different names. The first one they have here is called the Premier Scholarships. Says the most academically competitive students admitted to the first year class may be considered for Premier Scholarships. Okay, so and there are different other scholarships, but let me just mention the scholarship and tell you those who can apply, if it's for international students or not. There's this scholarship called Stamp scholarship. You can go to their website and see what stamps stand for. It's the most prestigious scholarship they have. It covers full cost of attendance. Stamp scholarship. It covers full cost of attendance plus an enrichment fund stipend. All incoming first year students can get it. All incoming first year students, including international students, including Nigerians. So if you're a Nigerian here and you are listening, STAMP scholarship at the University of Miami is for you. It covers everything, full cost of attendance, okay, and all incoming first year students. And remember, I mentioned the fact that it is for those who are resuming for fall. Most of these scholarships are for those who are resuming for fall. And remember, even for graduate scholarship, we've always mentioned it that there are more scholarship in the fall session than in spring or summer session, any of those sessions. Okay, so STAMP scholarship, read about it. In fact, let me just tell you some things about it so that you know what it takes to get it. So the STAMP scholarship is UM's most prestigious merit award available to students at the University of Miami. This scholarship is awarded to exceptionally and academically accomplished high school seniors. Okay, so the award includes tuition and fees, on campus housing. You get it free. Okay. Someone is saying on YouTube, I should mention the name of the institution, University of Miami. University of Miami. So they cover your full tuition, they cover your on-campus housing, meal plan, university health insurance. You have textbooks, it covers your textbook. There's a laptop allowance. Oh my. And there's an access to a $12,000 enrichment fund, which may be used towards study abroad, undergraduate research, internship, other educational pursuits, etc., etc. Okay, so please go for it. STEM scholarship, very, very, very important, and it's for everyone that is coming in. Okay, it's for everyone. There is a deadline, November 1st. 1st of November is the deadline. So if you want to apply, this is October, so that means you just have this month to apply. And of course, I will always advise, always have your SATs and all those things at hand, and make sure those who are applying, you have a high CGPA. Now, the second scholarship at the University of Miami, which I'll be talking about, is the Isaac Bazevic Singer. I'm sorry I couldn't pronounce that well. Go to their website, you'll see it there. It also covers full cost of tuition and is for all incoming first year students, including international students. All, all first year students. Let's see what they have. Of course, the deadline for this scholarship is also 1st of November. Okay, it's also November 1. So if you want to do that, please you need to uh, do that as soon as possible. Okay, so single scholarship receive full cost of tuition for 4 years of undergraduate studies. Okay, so you just receive full tuition waiver for 4 years. So any other thing, accommodation, whatever, you cover those ones yourself. Okay, but the first one, which is the stamps, covers everything. That's prestigious. Okay, so of course, early decision and early action applicants are automatically considered when they apply for early admission by 1st of November. Okay, by 1st of November. By 1st of November, you must apply. Okay, and same thing applies. Have your good CGPA, have all other things in place for the scholarship. Okay, now the next one, most of these other scholarships, they have many other scholarships, but most of these other scholarships are for US citizens and US permanent residents. Okay, because we might have international students who are US permanent residents. So let me just talk about some of them too. Uh, I'll just talk about some of them. Then I will come to talk about presidential scholarship. Okay, so let me just talk about, there's a Ronald A. Armond, which is for US citizens and US permanent residents. So international students can still apply to. It covers full cost of tuition. There's a Martha and L. Austin Weeks. It also covers full cost of tuition. US permanent residents can apply. Okay, now let me now go to other prestigious scholarship that they have. There is this president scholarship. Now, if you have seen me on Twitter talk about presidential scholarship, president scholarship, now the idea is almost all these university have what we call president, either president scholarship or presidential scholarship. Even my university, Florida State University, they have the scholarship called presidential scholarship. I don't know if they call it presidential or president. And I know someone who has won the scholarship before. Someone from India actually, who won the presidential scholarship. And I was discussing with her, like, you want this scholarship while you were in India, blah blah blah. And she said yes, and all those stuff. So University of Miami, they also have this president scholarship, which ranges up to around $28,000 annually. So they give around $20,000 annually to students. So you can apply for the president scholarship at University of Miami. Many other universities, if you just type presidential scholarship or president scholarship uh, on Google, you'll see lots of results. Different universities, most of those schools have what we call this president scholarship. Okay, but University of Miami just have a lot of other scholarships for undergraduate students, and that's why I picked up an interest and I want to make you know about this. All right, King's Achievement Award ranges up to $16,000 annually. Okay, they also have this King's Achievement Award, 16,000 annually. To be eligible, applicant must submit all first year admission requirements by 1st of November. Okay, for early decision or early action. If applying under early decision, sometimes they take it up to 1st of January. So they can take it up to 1st of January. All right. So now I want to talk about President Scholarship particularly because you can find it in all other universities, but basically these are all the scholarships you will find for first year students at the University of Miami. And the beautiful thing is that you don't need to apply for this scholarship separately. You don't need to apply separately. You can actually, while you are making your applications, you just fill forms, you write essays, you write all those things. So far you apply early, they will consider you for this scholarship. Now, presidential scholarship, try, for example, you've been seeing us mentioning the names of different universities. Anytime you see me post anything about graduate school and I mention a particular university, you can also type on Google, write the name of the university and add presidential scholarship, all right, undergraduate scholarship, all right, first year scholarship. You will get results too. Okay, so it's not all the time you should wait for someone to come and give you the university you should apply to give you the name of the university to apply to. Try and search. Once you see that someone posted this about a postgraduate scholarship, a master scholarship, MSc, PhD scholarship, you should go on Google, type the name of the university, type first year scholarship, type incoming first year scholarship, type freshman scholarship. In fact, let me show you some of the results I got even on 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 YouTube, on Twitter, not YouTube. I mean, did I say Twitter? On Google. Now, some of the universities I came across while searching for this undergraduate scholarship, but I don't have time to talk about them in details today. I might just give you so that you can look at those schools. University of Florida, they have scholarship, they have presidential scholarships too. Okay, University of Florida. So you can, if you are writing something down, you can write that down. Of course, I'd mentioned University of Miami. Um, there is Boston University. They have presidential scholarship too. Boston University, Texas Tech University. They have freshman presidential scholarship. Okay, they have freshman presidential scholarship. University of Oregon, they have presidential scholarship, which is around $36,000 for 4 years. Oh, did I say? Oh, $36,000 over 4 years, rather. Okay, there's University of Richmond. In fact, there is this university UTSA Distinguished Presidential Scholarship. Okay, there is University of Alabama. There is George Washington University. There's High Point University, there's University of New Haven, and many other universities. It just takes you to search. Of course, I'll still do my bit by searching some of these schools and going to the details and sharing with you, but you don't have to wait for someone to come and do that for you all the time. You can easily search for this scholarship yourself. I just talked about the University of Miami in details, and I mentioned all other universities that are offering this scholarship. You need to be proactive. Okay. Of course, besides US, aside US, there are also many countries that are offering scholarship. I know people who are studying in Russia. I know people who are studying in, some people were studying in Ukraine before the war. People are studying in Korea, undergraduate scholarship, global scholarship, the Korea scholarship. Okay, people are studying in Korea. People are, I mean, South Korea, not North Korea. People are studying there. Some people are studying in China, the East. So many people are studying there. So you don't have to wait for someone to always come out and say this scholarship. And of course, on my Twitter page, I've shared some scholarship before. Just type, if you go to my page, just in the search pane, just type undergraduate. Let me just do it now. Just type undergraduate, and then you will see some results that will come up. Now I'm typing undergraduate, and you see scholarship result coming up. Okay, now I remember I shared recently Swansea University in UK, Montreal University, yeah, that's in Canada, Montreal University. Uh, which other one? Just search it, you will see all these other scholarships. Okay, all these other scholarships, you will see them there. I'm going to end this space session now. So for those joining in, I've mentioned before that I'm doing it quickly, just few minutes, and I'm running back out of it. Of course, I promised to host a space on tech to bring someone to talk about his experience who went into tech during one of these ASU strike. I think the ASU strike of last year, most likely. And then this new ASU strike, it started working like a full-time guy, even earning more than most graduates. I'll bring him in, and then we'll talk about all these things together. I'm sorry I won't be able to take any requests because I'm ending the space session like now. Let me just see some of those questions on YouTube. It's easier for me to just see the questions on YouTube because they will just type it and I'll read it out. Um, is there room for B? Yeah, Paul, I'm talking about BSc scholarship. That's what undergraduate is. Okay. So that's BSc scholarship. It's saying, would there be undergraduate scholarship when applying in January? January is becoming too late for you to apply. If you want to apply for fall, start applying now. Most of those schools have their deadline in January. Okay. So start now. Start now. Start now. Once you find the school, start now. Abba, you're saying you didn't get the name of the institution. This one is University of Miami, and I'm telling you, there are many other schools which have who have and they have scholarship just like this, so you can find them out. So many other schools with scholarships just like this. Find them out. It's your duty to actually search. Okay, it's your duty. Sometimes I joke with my wife that see people love to be spoon fed. Like sometimes I will put links of different schools on Twitter. I will put like 15 schools, sometimes 20 schools. You will see people just maybe 50 retweets. But let me mention just one of the schools. I'll just click on one of the schools and I will write about the school. You see 200, 500 retweets. And I'm wondering, I posted 20 schools. You didn't retweet, you didn't check. Now I posted just one school because gave more details about the school. You are retweeting and all those stuff. You should be able to search yourself. It's very, very, very important. Okay, so someone saying that they're fast for MSc economy. I'm not talking about that today, Abba. When I'm talking about that, I'll be able to answer. But of course, there are offers for MSc economics. Check my Twitter page, you see it. I've shared economics assistant sheet before. Okay, all right. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Even though it wasn't planned, it was a very short one. I didn't allow you to ask questions and all those stuff. But I just want to tell you that you can actually search for these things yourself. Interestingly, you can actually search for yourself. Henry, you're asking, does University of Florida accept week 2 undergraduate and B plus for PhD program? I've always said it. Your weak CGPA should not stop you from applying. I know a lot of people with 2 very weak results, and they got their full scholarship. They're doing their PhD presently. I know not one, not two, not three. You understand? So, Henry, that's not the only thing they consider. I made a video on YouTube talking about things you can do when you have a weak CGPA, things you can actually do. So check that video. You will see that that's not the only thing they consider. Your if they request for GRE, your GRE score will be part of the things they will consider. Your research experience, your volunteering experience, and all these things. These are part of the things they will consider. These are part of the things they will consider. But let me just take one request from Twitter, so it won't be as if I'm angry with Twitter people and I'm taking only YouTube people. Um, just one request, and that is it. Just one request. Star boy, straight to the point. Go straight to the point. I have like 3 minutes to spend. 3 minutes left to spend here, so just go straight to the point. Straight to the point, quickly.
Yeah, hello, sir. My question was, I'm a diploma student and I want to apply to top up. Is there scholarships, please?
Diploma. When you mean diploma, do you mean higher national diploma or just national diploma?
Higher diploma.
Higher national diploma. Okay. So if it's HND, okay, if it's HND, now I know people do top up programs and all those stuff, but I've seen people with HND get scholarship for masters and PhD. So even someone with HND got for PhD directly. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that is very, very possible. And I've said it over time that HND in Nigeria, for example, HND is the equivalence of BSc. So if you see any school that says equivalence of BSc or its equivalence, just know that you can apply with your HND too.
Okay.
So all you just need to do is bring your ND transcript and your HND transcript, combine it together. That makes a 4-year or 5-year BSc program.
Okay.
And you can apply. I made a whole video on that explaining the process and all those things. Sometimes some people have to do West evaluation, sometimes some don't do. I know someone in Texas even got PhD straight direct. Someone in my school here, I think she's doing a PhD too with HND, okay, in chemistry. So it's very, very, very possible. It's very, very, very possible. I said I'm taking just one person. Oh my goodness. All right. You are the last person in Jesus' name.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
thank you.
just 1 minute. I will give you to speak. Elite, just 1 minute. You are the last person I'm taking in Jesus' name. Go quickly. Yes, Elite, go quickly, quickly, quickly. Okay, Elite, I approved you. If you won't go quickly, then I think I'll say this is a safe point to end the space session and to end it live on YouTube too. uh, I've been doing live videos on YouTube for a long time, and I don't carry people on Twitter along. I just want to start carrying people on Twitter
Good
along.
afternoon, sir.
Elite, quickly, your question.
Yeah. I'm an ND holder, national diploma. So I'm trying to apply to some schools like the University of Alabama. So they're asking me that I intended to use my WAEC results. So they emailed me and they were asking that maybe the in my application.
Yeah.
So in my application, I put something that I put in my application. It was written there that I've attended one college, one school like that. So yesterday they emailed me and they sent message that I should forward my transcripts. So so they now said I have to do that through a particular uh, company, nurses like that. So, and I don't know how to go about it. So
Okay.
that's my question.
Okay.
And
Are you,
is there any other chance for me?
are you applying for undergraduate for
Yes,
BSc
yes,
program?
yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Actually,
GSC program.
yeah. Actually, in the real sense, if you've not stated that you have another an ND, your WAEC
Okay,
is enough. If the request for SAT, your SAT result is also
okay,
enough for that. But now that I don't know what they want to do, some schools when you apply to them, they may want to upgrade you if they see that you have some what do you call it, other qualifications.
okay,
Okay,
sir.
so what they simply want you to do in that sense is for you to evaluate your transcript. That's just what they want you to do, basically, is
Okay,
for you to
sir.
evaluate your transcript. So go to that NASA's website and look through their process. I made a video on YouTube on how to do WES evaluation. Okay, WES
Okay,
is a different company from
all
NASA's.
right, sir.
Okay, they do the same thing, but it's a different company. I usually prefer WES to all these other companies, but they do basically the same thing. So just go to their website and see their process. It should follow almost the same process with West, actually. It should follow
All
almost the
right, sir.
same process with West.
Thanks so much, sir.
You are very much welcome. All right, I'm sorry, Daniel. I won't be able to approve let me just approve your request. You are the last person, Daniel. I'm approving your request, Daniel Nessi. You are the last person I'll be approving, and I will stand by my word by God's grace. So, Daniele, you are approved. All right. It seems I lost him. That's fine. So thank you guys for joining in. If you have any more question, you can drop it under this space session I shared on Twitter so that I can see the question once and for all and answer the questions. When I come with other scholarship, undergraduate scholarship from other schools, I mean other schools here and other universities, other countries, I will let you know about it. And now, when I start doing I've been doing live YouTube for a long time, for some time now. When I come on with my live YouTube, I will carry Twitter folks along so that it won't be as if I'm just giving those on YouTube alone and then those on Twitter are not getting it. I'll carry Twitter folks along and then we'll do it together and have a great time. All right, thank you so much for joining in. I so much appreciate, even though it was not announced earlier, it was just impromptu and I just started straight away. But you guys still found time to join in. It shows how much desire you have to change your life and turn it around. And of course, we can always do it together. And iron sharpened iron. And when we interact this way, when we rub minds together this way, it's easier for us to carry out our dreams and focus on it. I might still come up with a Twitter space today, but not necessarily scholarship, but everything as a whole, talking about career as a whole, talking about moving life forward as a whole, and all those things. Something like the mentorship space session I held the last time. There is a plan for something in that regard. I believe you will tune in when I start that. Thank you for joining today. God bless you. Real good. Have a nice time.